connection between every institution grown out of this country and white supremacy, the nation as a whole, including its laws and its institutions.
What you have is a tension between nationalism and globalism.
They had to create something in the mind of the poor whites that distinguished them and separated them from the blacks. And that's what you developed, what I call, and James Baldwin called, the religion of whiteness.
The police that answer to the politics of that community are going to be driven by the economics of that community because economics and politics overlap.
You know why I wanted to be a politician in a time where we disenfranchised? Because of power.
African Americans spent $1.3 trillion last year, making us the 16th wealthiest nation in the world. Why have we not turned those rich into wealth to develop our community?
Tamir Rice, Sean Bell, Sandra Bland, Eric Garner, and Michael Brown, just to name a few.
Some may incorrectly classify their death as police brutality. However, it is in fact murder and a form of terrorism. It is ironically very similar to what took place during chattel slavery. What steps can be taken to make it stop?
Greetings, queens. Hi, everybody. And thank you to the viewers for checking in with us. Another week, another Sunday. Welcome to ISC, the International Sister Circle, Sunday discussions. This week, we do have a treat for you guys on the back of the beautiful Queen Afua coming on our show last week. We had so much interest, and those who are interested in knowing more about the program and actually wanting to get involved, we thought it would be a great time to do a Sacred Woman Rites of Passage show. And we did do one, if I'm not mistaken, it was like the beginning of this year. I remember that was one of the first shows that we did. But as we are coming closer to the program, which starts on September 13th, we thought it would be great to do another show to get everybody prepared for it. So again, welcome. If this is the first time you've come and you've seen one of our shows, thank you for joining us. If you want to know more about what we do and who we are, head over to our website, which is internationalsistercircle.com. You can send us an email, which is info@internationalsistercircle.com. And in regards to knowing more about the program, we'll give you the email address. If you just want to know totally about the program, we'll give you the email address on how to contact us there as we go throughout the show. Welcome to our Facebook family. We are on Facebook, which is International Sister Circle. And if you are up to date with your social media and you go on Instagram, you can also check us out there, which is at International Sister Circle on Instagram. My name is Jaisha. I'm one of the facilitators and part of the leadership for the ISC. And I'll let the rest of the ladies that are here introduce themselves as well. Majestic.
Greetings of peace, love, and light, family. This is Majestic from Toronto, Canada, and I am part of the International Sister Circle. I am honored and proud to be here with you all today. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so excited for today, especially, continuing on with the energy, the elevation from hosting our beloved mother, Queen Afua, last Sunday. And so I just want to personally welcome you all and welcome the sisters who will be here with us today. You will be in for a treat. Please stay in tune. And if you know of a sister or even someone within your community who can benefit from a healing circle, empowerment, women's international circle, please send them the link to this show. It's amazing every week. So I'm grateful to be here and I'm excited for what we have in store for you today. Greetings, Sister Nakima, Sister Rashada. I see you are here with us, and it is so amazing to be with you, sisters. Sister Tatiana as well. Thank you so much. Beauties, when you are speaking, if you can unmute your phone, and please welcome our guests.
Indeed. Greetings, everybody. Greetings, Queens. I'm honored to be here, part of the International Sister Circle's members, and I have a passion with working people within my community. I work in mental health, and I'm here to develop, grow, and heal as well, whether it's myself or others. So thank you for having me, and greetings to all the queens on the panel and everybody that's watching on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you for choosing International Sister Circle today.
Wonderful. Sister Rashada calling in and with us today, all the way from, please share.
Greetings, beloveds. My name is Rashada Siojo. I'm calling in from Arizona, and I'm delighted and honored to be here. I have a passion for working with women. I do a lot of women empowerment, community work. I'm a cosmetologist and a healer, and I'm happy to be here. So thank you so much for having me. Hello to everyone, our audience out there. I'm delighted to be here.
Amazing. Tatiana, welcome. And Sister Latoya, you also are with us today. Please introduce yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. I will shortly put on my video. I just finished feeding my nephew who has newly come into the world. So greetings to everybody. And it's a pleasure to be with you all. And I'm looking forward to sharing and hearing everything that all the sisters have to say.
Thanks.
Amazing. It's an honor to have you on as well. And Tatiana, you see, one thing before our sister shares, one thing about the Sacred Woman, we are divine multitaskers. We are business women, we are professionals, we are mothers, we are sisters, we are on the move. And we are here to help continue elevating our communities. So on the line, we have Tatiana, one of our sisters out here in Canada. And please, sisters, share.
Hello, everyone.
I know you're on.
Can anybody hear me?
Go ahead. Yes.
Hi, I'm so sorry about that. I'm happy to be here as well, ladies. I don't know what was going on with my mic, but good morning. My name is Tatiana. I'm also from Toronto, Ontario. I'm just tuning on the road, so I do apologize for the background noise. I actually run a wellness company here in Toronto. I am a graduate from the Sacred Woman program. I continue to do the healing work and, helping the community access to health and wellness resources to start their journey. Other than that, I just want to thank you guys. I'm so sorry about the delay there, but I'm so happy to be here and tune into this call. So thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. So here we are, the International Sister Circle, connecting soul by soul all around the globe. We are honored to be here with you today. And as Jaisha shared, today is a special day. We will be speaking on the Sacred Woman, Rites of Passage, a phenomenal program, life-changing, elevating. We're going to be speaking a lot about this program today as the time gets closer to the actual program beginning. And so it is divine time. And so I'd love to open up our circle, and I want to encourage the guests, all who are here with us today, please, if you have questions, if you have comments, please share them in the comments box below, and we will be happy to strive to answer your question. And if we don't get to it today, not a problem. You can email us at sacredwoman@internationalsistercircle.com or visit our website, and some of those questions might be answered right there. So, my beautiful divine sisters, let's get into it. How's everyone feeling? You look vibrant.
Divine. I'm feeling divine. Give thanks.
Great.
Amazing. We want to thank. Oh, there's the beauty queen.
Hi.
A little closer.
Morning.
Oh. Welcome. We are mothers. We are nurturers. Welcome the little one. Give thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would love to open up. Also, we want to thank, because this platform today would not be possible if it was not for Black Ice TV. We want to send a special thanks and of gratitude to Black Ice TV, to New Beginnings, Brother Terry, our back, the back workers that are helping really push and elevate our community. Thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so I'd love to open up this discussion. We are speaking about sacred women. Now, some of us on this call have entered into the journey, are former graduates. I myself am a sacred woman practitioner and one who is committed to women's empowerment, the upliftment of the people, the community, the humanity, the earth, nature, our families, and of course, the number one commitment to self. Because what we do with self, it will reflect on how we treat others. And so I'd love to open up this discussion today with healing. And I would like to ask the sisters, healing is a very general term. And so sharing with our audience today, what does it mean to heal? What is healing?
For me, I would say healing would be finding peace within oneself, and peace in all areas of your life. Sometimes healing might not come exactly when you want it, but the fact that you can be at peace with something, I think that's when you find healing, or that's when healing comes. I think even just thinking about a physical wound and how that heals, you have to be right within the body for even to heal physically. So you need to be getting proper rest and eating the right things and doing right by your body to heal physically. So I feel like peace, to be at peace is to be healed.
Give thanks.
Give thanks. I'd like to chime in. I absolutely agree with you, Jaisha. And when you said, Majestic, what healing looks like, I thought I'd do a little bit of a diagram. So let me share with you guys. So this, if you can see, is what healing, people think healing is. And this is actually what it is. It's about being vulnerable. It's about being vulnerable. It's about disliking parts of yourself that you wouldn't normally focus on, and balancing that out, and being having forgiveness for yourself and others. And it's a lot. It's painful. It's painful. It's happy. It's all these different types of emotions all in one. Guilty, it's calm. It's all these different types of things. So the program that our Queen Ofo is putting on for us, very kindly so, for me, it would be about those sorts of things. It's about going on a roller coaster, and being okay with not being okay, like I always say, and being okay with being okay.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
I'll jump off of what Sis said. Definitely agree with that. I think it's also approaching yourself with and carrying on about your day with gratitude. Gratitude for everything. Gratitude for not being okay. Gratitude for even having those quote unquote negative experiences. Gratitude for it all, because we heal when we learn from the experiences and choose to do differently. Healing is being aware. So if we learn from those experiences and choose to do differently, we're healing. if something's working for us and we are aware of it and we choose to continue doing that which is working for us, it's healing. So yeah, definitely agree with what Sis said.
I'd like to also chime in and kind of follow through with every sister here with what you shared. In addition to what you shared, I feel like healing is definitely being vulnerable, and it has a lot to do with radical self-love, being very kind to yourself, and presence, and healing every day, adding healing in everything that you do, and knowing that sometimes, it's not going to be a beautiful fairy tale, and you will overcome. And most importantly, it is about overcoming and standing tall and going forward every moment that you have the chance to. So, healing, yeah, it's quite the journey, and it continues.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sisters, for sharing. Before I share my views, I would love to welcome another former graduate of the Sacred Woman program, our beautiful sister, Michelle. Please unmute yourself and just welcome in. You're going to push the unmute.
Hi.
Wonderful. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I took the Sacred Woman program last year, and for me, it's really been life-changing. It was one of the most amazing experiences I will never forget, especially during Ascension, and definitely I experienced
Sister
a lot of
Michelle,
healing.
beloved, I don't want to interject. I know you're coming in now. We want to save that testimony for a little bit later. However, we are just briefly touching on healing. I just wanted you to introduce yourself, where you're from, and also we're talking about what is healing at this time. So we're going to save those goods for a little bit later.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm from Toronto, and me, healing is about being able to move through your past, and experience yourself in many facets, and understand and know that, this is all a journey and a process, and it's essentially about being kind to yourself and forgiving yourself for things that you may have done or didn't do, but just recognizing that this is all a journey, and that one of the only ways that you can heal is by really having a close relationship with yourself, and being self-aware, and doing introspection.
Very good. That's a very important point there that really stood out to me. And I was doing my meditation this morning. That was actually one of the main things, is connecting with self. And we live in such a busy, busy world, a very distracted world on the outside. But can you imagine the internal conversations we have every day throughout the day, 24-hour period? And we are constantly hearing chatter. Inner voice is being distracted. Even though we have a lot of the outer distractions, the inner voice is being distracted. So thank you for what the sisters have shared. I think one of the key things to the Sacred Woman program, Rites of Passage, it is a rite of passage to an awakening, an ascension, an elevation. And you can hear more see more, your senses come alive. And so we'll be going to talk about the program shortly, but I just would like the sisters to comment a little bit, share something on the chatter and the distractions. How do we get our community? How do we guide our community or even self to come to a focus? Latoya and I were speaking about this yesterday, very interesting. So please, sisters, share something on the distractedness, the noise, the chatter. I hear some smiles and laughs.
I'm sure all of us can speak in depth about noise, chatter, and distractions. My personal journey with that, I feel that I have struggled with that for quite a while, and it only got worse as I got older because it went unattended. And so it really, with my noise and my chatter, it expresses itself in me being scattered in my home, untidiness. It expresses itself in the way that I go about doing, projects and business. So, for example, I would take a lot on, not be able to complete anything, and thinking that taking more on is giving me the feeling of getting things done. But when it actually came to executing, almost nothing would get done. And so I would just keep trying to do things. It's like this vicious feedback cycle. And for me, I had to give myself permission to have my own personal time and space. I think I've realized that a lot of my chatter had to do with feeding into expectations, pleasing others, trying to feel accomplished, reach somewhere in life by a certain time and age because that's what you're supposed to be, by the time you hit 25 or 30 or however old you are. And so I really just gave myself permission. I started to tell myself, I deserve this time. And so in the mornings, I've started to really just take my first hour to sit, meditate, and write. And when I do that, the clarity that comes into my day just by taking the first hour to sit, listen to something positive, meditate, and write. If I do nothing else for the rest of my day in terms of and all these things are very important, but in terms of eating clean or working out or, having another prayer throughout the day or whatever the case may be, I've gotten clarity at the beginning of my day. And the funny thing is that with me giving myself permission to have that time at the beginning of my day, it encourages me to want to eat clean. It encourages me to want to work out, because the more that I do good for myself is the more that I want to do good for myself and make sure that all areas of my life are in line with the person who I am created to be. So, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. The chatter, the distraction. So, a beautiful thing about the Sacred Woman program is it truly it brings the sisters, the women, the girls to a place and space of focus. And there are 9 gateways, and each gateway is a different focus, but it's not less important or more important. It is a part of a circle. And whether we give a certain percent of you all remember the pie charts in math class. So whether we give a certain percentage to sacred space, sacred womb healing, sacred foods, sacred time, right? sacred healing, it really helps get the sister to focus on, at a certain time, it is time to journal. It is time to meditate. It is time to focus on where we need the focus to be. So the chatter is real, the distractions are real, but when you have guided ones that are here, sacred women practitioners, sacred women former graduates, those who are doing this divine work, we are here to support you to get focused. And of course, we may not be focused perfectly, it's not perfect in our world. We have our own journey as well. But that's why we are here. The International Sister Circle is a circle of women who are striving together, right, all over the world. So thank you for that, Latoya. The power of the circle. Now, in moments, I would love to go into some very important information on the program. But I felt like it was important for the audience to hear, those who have experienced the program, share a little bit about what led you to the program. Now, there's no more divine story than the other. There is your story. And that is the beauty of our circle, is that we are unique as the rose in the garden, as the lotus in the garden, as the sunflower. We are all our divine selves. So please, what led you, without sharing your entire testimony yet, what led you to the Sacred Woman program? Sister Michelle.
So, I mean, I can sit here and say that what led me was, meeting Jeanne, because I remember I went to this this health and wellness kind of like an event, and I was like captivated by her, and I didn't know anything about her, who she was. Then we finally got to speak and found out that she was a Sacred Woman practitioner. I could say that it was her that led me, but in reality, like what it was is that I was searching for something. I was searching for purpose. I was feeling lost and confused at the time, and I really just didn't have a good grasp on who I was as a woman in this world and as a person. I kind of felt like I was just energies are strong in effect and work behind the scenes, and that is obviously something that I was putting out there in the universe, that I was in need of some sort of direction and clarity and healing, the healing that would come as a result of me being in the program. And so, I was led to the health and wellness event, and, Majestic was drawn to me and I was drawn to her. And, knowing that she was a Sacred Woman practitioner was like the icing on the cake, as a way to provide direction for me, or an opportunity for me to look further into myself and gain the tools that I needed to become the woman that I am today, which is a sacred woman. So it was really that loss and confusion that I was going through, and the search for meaning, searching for purpose, and just searching for an answer to all the questions that I never had about who I was and myself and how to operate in this world and function really. And something that I struggle with was, kind of marrying the masculine and feminine energies within it and finding a harmonious balance. So me being on that search without telling anyone, I was still putting that out there in the universe. And that day that I met Majestic definitely, was the connection needed to give me that push, or a solution to my search.
So humbled. Absolutely. I remember that day as if it was yesterday. And Sister, just powerful, Sister Michelle, for meeting the sister that day. And as we've worked, it's been such a beauty and a journey. And we continue to build and do this work, you know, helping to extend the information to others. Sister Rashada. Sister Rashada.
I am here. For me, I was introduced to Queen Afua's work in my early 20s through Heal Thyself. But fast forward to what led me to take the program, I was just at a crossroad in my life, and I felt like it was well overdue. It was something that I had carried her work with me for over 20 years, and now was the time to just go ahead and take the leap and just really take my healing, my self-discovery to the next level, take my work to the next level, and just really further the work. So for me, it was just more so the divine timing and feeling like I was at a cross in the, a fork in the road, and I just needed more. And yeah, I'll share more of my testimony when the time comes. But, yeah.
Thank you, Queen.
Yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Sister Latoya.
Mm-hmm. So, again, it's another case of being connected to people who are connected. Majestic definitely led me to the program. So two things I want to say about that. There is power in word of mouth, because there's nothing better than, someone speaking from experience, someone speaking from a place of them having done it before, firstly. And secondly, as Sister Michelle said, when you know that you're searching for something, and you're connected to people who care about you enough to plug you into things that are happening that they know could benefit you, that's really powerful. So yes, I got connected through Sister Majestic, but also through Creator. Thanks to Creator for putting people in our lives and opportunities in our lives that that Creator knows that we need, even if we don't.
Phenomenal. So I want to read something before we hear from another sister. Sacred Woman is a path and journey for inner freedom, a roadmap to divinity. It is the road of emancipation led by the first mothers of Earth, African women. Sacred women consciousness is the ultimate answer to planetary healing. When you choose life, you must have the courage to sacrifice your old, worn out, ineffective self. Now, I know that might sound a little harsh to some and a hard pill to swallow. Or I should say, hard kale to swallow. We ain't trying to do no pills. Well, unless it's a holistic. When you're juicing and you still have the little grit and you just be like, what is that? Kale. All right. I know Sister Rashada knows what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
And so as you transform from a wounded woman to a sacred woman, you will evolve from a frightened, withdrawn state to a courageous one. You will move from confusion to serenity, from mistrust to trust, from spite to compassion and love, from weakness to empowerment. And I remember meeting such a beautiful soul in our sister Tatiana. And so if you are still, of course, with us, please share what led you to the Sacred Woman program.
Hi there. Hey, I'm still here and tuned in. With that being said, at the time, so my healing journey really started back in 2016 when I was going through some pretty traumatic and, unique personal changes. And I started really, reading books and getting into this pursuit to find something that could really help me connect to myself and help me understand the real healing journey, etc. And with that being said, after some time, I met Jan shortly after, around 2018, and she actually started to mention this program to me, and it was crazy. It was divine time, because I was like, I need something to take this information to another level and really bring it full circle and help me fully understand exactly how I was going to do this, like step one, step two, something that gave me a little bit more order and organization. Although healing is, as we know, a high and low, and there's detours, the journey is crazy. I felt that this program had what I needed in order to really bring my understanding and bring my knowledge full circle. It was exactly what I was looking for. So at that time, I was like, this is perfect. This came at divine time. I need this. And lo and behold, I do feel that Sacred Woman was everything that I expected and more. It really did give me a lot of clarity, a lot of understanding. It helped me build routines. And that's what I mean by order. It helped me build routines and a bit of a structure to my understanding. And so that's my short, long testimony.
Thank you, Tatiana, for sharing as well. And Sister Jaisha, you are all, you're in the UK. Sister Kima, you all are in the UK, are our international sisters. Out of both of you all, what attracts you to the Sacred Woman program?
For me, I think it's very similar to what Sister Tatiana said, and I went through a few trials and things that were happening and going on within my life, and I feel like synchronicity. I met a few people around the same time that introduced me to Queen of Fuet in terms of what she was about. And for me, when something happens more than once, I take note, I notice it, and it makes me sit down and think. So around last year, I started meeting people within my life who kept bringing it up, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna check her out. And so as you can see it there in the background, I bought the book, and I started reading the book, and that is what then led me to it. So it was what's intriguing me about doing the course and wanting to know more and speaking to sisters who have done it is that it's that finding purpose, finding that healing, as you spoke about earlier, or you asked us earlier, Majestic, finding that healing, and understanding order and how it can change and how it can shift. So I'm aware that there's still a lot of work to be done for myself to move from where I am to higher self. And that is what intrigues me, wanting to know more about Sacred Woman or being a Sacred Woman.
Beautifully said. When I met Jaisha through visual, like we never met in person, and the power of the ISC is literally soul connecting. And once you soul connected, when you see your sister in the flesh, it's a divine reflection. You're just like, I know you.
Yeah.
So I want to say, the beauty I found is the bond of our circle. And so that is also found in the Sacred Woman program to elevate the sister. Now, those who are watching, I know you're probably like, where can I find this program? What I want to know more about the program. This book is like, for better terms, and I hope you don't take this out of context. Context is the Bible. It's like a Bible, a guided book for life. Even when I was not in the program and I opened this book, it was just on time. And I could go to tools, suggestions, recipes that help to elevate me in the kitchen. I am a chef. I love to cook. Sister Rashada, we know you throw down. Okay? Go visit her on IG. You see her dishes. Matter of fact, she gave me a recipe yesterday. Thank you. But the recipes, everything in this book is influenced in a high frequency. It does not come from low vibration. So if you do not have this book, sisters, you can contact us. We will, if you got it, look at that. Woo, so beautiful. That's an image right there. If you do not have this book, we will have a copy for you. Please visit our website, internationalsistercircle.com. Please inquire more about the program, Sacred Woman at internationalsister.com. Reach out. We can do a one-on-one call. And soon, I mean, literally, you will have my personal contact, so you can reach out to me. I am your sister. We are your sister. So with that, thank you, Sister Jaisha. And Nikema, what attracts you to the program? And I would like to get into a little bit about that program.
Okay. So I researched Queen Afua from like 2015, I believe. I visited a convention. It's called Association of Black Psychologists in the US. And there was a bookstore. There's quite a few Black bookstores. And her books were introduced to me. I was thankful to get Heal Thyself and the Wellness Kitchen, is it? Wellness? The City of Wellness. Can you see that, guys? I know it's probably back different, yeah? So I had these books and it blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. I heard about the Sacred Woman because my manager had one. And I did some more research and I realized that actually she does courses for it. And back then it was a bit of a challenge because it was more face-to-face and I'm all the way here in the UK. So when you guys are telling me it's actually happening, we can plug in across the world, I was absolutely blown away. I was like, yes, please. So I'm going to try and get onto the next course and obviously get myself a copy of that book as well. And I feel like when you guys are talking about your experiences, you queens are talking about your experiences, it feels like for me, it would be like a rites of passage, a way of being. Maybe even to affirm what I've already learnt through the readings of Queen Afua's other books and some wonderful, prolific people who are with us and no longer with us. Layla Africa is one of them. So yeah, I'm ready to get on and do this.
Amazing. And after today's show, if you still have more questions about the Sacred Woman Rites of Passage program, please contact us direct. You will have the links. Visit us to the website, pre-register. You get a one-on-one call, or just reach out. We are here for you. So before we go into the testimonies, I want to share a little bit about the program. See, a testimony of a sister is her very own. Okay, this is her journey. This is what she has gone through. And sometimes there are sisters who will reserve, which is her right, reserve sharing her testimony. But I want to encourage that if you have a story, a life journey to share, that you know that within the life journey, There is lessons and blessings and morals and wisdom. Please share, because our audience will also connect with you soul to soul. Okay? And maybe there are things that you will share that will help in itself elevate a sister to another level. Right? We want to vibrate high. Keep the frequency high today. That's what sacred women do. We walk the walk. We strive. We are not perfect, but we are pure. Being pure, becoming purefect. Purefect. We are becoming purified through the gateways, 9 gateways. Before I talk about the program, a little bit about the program, we want to give honors and gratitude to our Mother Queen Afua. She is a mother to many all over the world. Children, not just women. Some hear sacred woman and they start saying, well, I'm a brother. What about me? Brothers, we are the women who lighten the darkness. We have come into lightness by going through a process of transformation. And it is a continuous journey. But we have for you brothers as well. There is Man Heal Thyself. This is a program. You can visit our website, and we have something for the brothers. When the woman is elevated, our communities elevate. It is not just for the individual woman itself, because a womb comes through. So, Mother Queen Afua, a national renowned herbalist, natural health expert, and dedicated healer of women's bodies, women's souls, who practices a uniquely Afrocentric spirituality. Her classic bestseller, Heal Thyself, Sister Nakima put that up. Heal Thyself forever changed the way African Americans, African Canadians, African people all around the world practice holistic health, providing us with tools that on a daily we can implement and use to elevate our vibration, to transform the temple. Now with the Sacred Woman program, Rites of Passage, she takes us on a transforming journey, a physical and ancestral healing that will restore the magnificence of our spirits through sacred initiation. Now we are students. Can I get an ashe from the sisters? Unmute your phone. Are we students?
Ashe.
Okay. Are we forever students?
Forever.
You know it. And so we are students continuously on this journey. So this is the book. And if you do not have a copy, we will find a way to get you a copy once you reach out. They say those who seek shall find. Sister Michelle, Sacred Woman, was seeking. Sister Latoya was seeking. Jaisha, Tatiana, Nakima, Rashada, seeking. And we found. This book is your reminder from the universe, that you possess the innate power to create, transform, and change personally, communally, and globally. Remaking yourself into the divine vision. Sisters are watching today. Our community is watching us today and wanting to know, what do I do next? What is the next step? Soon you will hear from our sisters in the journey as to how we took the next step, or how we were led into the next step. And with clarity, we were able to hear even in all of the disturbances. So, Mother Queen Afua takes us into Mother Africa. Now, some may say, why Mother Africa? Why to the African woman and traditional ways of doing things? The reason why the sources of the Nile River in the womb of Mother Africa is so powerful, birthing cultures to many. I would love to see that comment in a moment. I would like to see that comment that was just up. And when I see Elijah Muhammad, it drops something that we are a very diverse people.
Yeah.
Out of one came the many religions, came the many different cultures, came the many different people. Humanity needs healing. This book begins us on a journey to heal the woman, to heal thyself, to then healing others. So why Mother Africa? Why the Nile? We have discovered that we cannot become whole unless we understand the wisdom of those whose shoulders we stand upon. I need the sisters to give an ashe. Do we
Ashe.
the importance of the ancestors?
Ashe.
Ashe. Our mothers, our grandmothers, those who have come before us to bring wisdom, that it is our duty to continue that wisdom and build upon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question, Sister Rashada. Can a Christian woman become a sacred woman?
Absolutely. Ashe. Definitely.
Is a Muslim woman a sacred woman?
Indeed.
Okay. Tatiana, can a Catholic woman become herself a sacred woman? Nikima.
Ashe, yes, they can, absolutely, because we are not our religion, we are women.
When I was in New York, when I was in the US, I met Sister Rashada. And we were together. I hope you don't mind me sharing this, Queen.
Please share, beloved.
When I tell you, I glanced over and I seen one of the most beautiful sisters I've ever seen. She was so decked out in her Het Haru. Het Haru is one of the guardians that you will learn about on your journey of taking the program. Het Haru in the gateway speaks about sacred beauty. And when I seen her, I was like, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. But when I actually connected with her, we started speaking. We were in the bathhouse. We were going through a cleanse. And the sisters, we were doing the meditation, the breath work, we were in the salt caves. And I said, I seen sister. I was like, she's just so divine. But when I met her, the spirit was right. And I knew that my sister could be my keeper. She was aligned. Her spirit was pure and still is pure. And we stayed connected to this day. So I just wanted to say that because when we are on the course, it aligns us to meeting other divine beings. But how can we say that we love our sisters that are here on the panel today if we do not reach out to the ones that are watching today? How can we say that? Right? How can we say that we honor Mother Queen Afua's teachings if she did not honor Mother Africa or the Nile? We have to go back to the beginning. So, continuing into the program, Mother Queen Afua will take us into, which Latoya has beautifully on her wall. This is the godmother of my son. She has the Ma'at. She has the laws of Ma'at, right? And this is a part of the Nile. This is African culture. This is how the people practice a new way of living. I shouldn't say a new way, a natural way of living.
Yeah.
Okay? And when you learn about inter, some say netter, N-T-R, It is natural. It is nature. It is mother creator. It is father creator. It is the male and the female, the unity. So Mother Queen of Afua takes us into the 42 laws of Ma'at. And those laws, you're going to learn what is actually buried within. It just needs to come to the surface. I will not do wrong. I will not steal. I will not kill. I will not cause the shedding of tears. To make someone else cry is one thing. To make yourself cry is another. The womb of the woman cries out daily. Ashe?
Ashe.
What are some ways that the womb cries out? Sisters, share with the audience, please. How does our wombs cry out?
During the menstrual cycle is a great indicator of your womb crying out, depending on how intense your cramping is, the experience, your hormonal changes. The womb is crying out for a cleansing.
Absolutely. How does the heart cry out, sisters? Tap into your sacredness. How does the heart cry out?
Depression, low mood, low vibrational energy.
How does one of the gateways is Tahuti, the voice? There is the physical voice, but there is the inner voice. Mother Queen Afua takes us on a journey to understand and learn through tools how to hear the inner voice. How does the inner voice cry out and say, I need to speak? I am choking. Somebody talk, sister, talk.
When it can be an internal experience. It doesn't even have to be an external cry, but when there's an internal battle, someone that is the sacred woman in you is literally saying, and you can hear it within your head, you can feel it, that I need you to release me, but the person that you are being daily is stifling that confident, powerful, in control woman, because that outer person is scared or has no understanding or is just insecure.
Absolutely. So there is a cry, and the cry is a call out. So the 42 laws of Ma'at, we have been so distracted by the world that we are doing everything but the right things. We're doing everything but for everyone else, but for self. So we got to come into alignment today, right? So the 9 gateways, okay? And then I would love to open the floor so that the audience can truly hear each testimony. You share what you will share, move by spirit. I hear the element of water. I'm hearing it loud and clear. Who's in the element of water right now?
I am.
Amazing. The element of water. One of the things we learn as sacred women that we take into our daily. Mother Queen teaches us that. Can a sister read this out loud, please?
Earth, my body; water, my blood; air, my breath; fire, my spirit.
Ashe. And there are different ways to earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. This is activation. This is how we get activated. And the tools that you will learn in Sacred Woman Rites of Passage, you got to be doing, before you could actually do the work, you have to read the book. You got to get connected. So if you don't have a copy, please, my beautiful sisters, go and visit internationalsistercircle.com. Please reach out to us to learn more. Let's do a one-on-one. Let's get you connected. There is a link on the website that you can pre-register for this program. And if you still need to know more about the program, which I'm sure you do, there's a lot to know, please, let's get on that one-on-one. Now, a few more things about the gateways. I can go into so much of the gateways, but I just want to read some of the titles so that you can know, if I take this program, what is it going to do for me? The magic will happen. Oh, the magic will happen. I just went back to how I was connected to this. The magic will happen. So, real quick, I'm just going to mention the gateway. One of the gateways is sacred time. We want to respect time today. My sister always reminds me she's so on time. My girl is just on point with her time. And, you know, we have sister circles out here, and Sister Tatiana would say, "Ooh, we can't be late because Latoya is going to be like, sisters, respect for time." So it is 11:06, and I want to hear from the sisters. The audience may want to hear from the sisters with their testimonies. So I will share really quick the importance as to why this program is necessary today. Okay? And why we are encouraging you all to connect with the program. When you connect with this program, you connect with yourself. You didn't hear me. When I traveled, I won't go into details today about how I was connected to this program, but I've never, ever in my life experienced an outer body experience. Matter of fact, I didn't even know that it existed. When I traveled to a building 4 years before I actually physically was at this building graduating from this program, I went there before, and I could not believe how clear the description, the floor I was on, the number, the images on the wall. I looked around and I said, I was here before, and I was graduating 4 years later from the Sacred Woman program. So when it's divine time, sisters, we gotta love ourselves enough to say it is time to heal our wounds, to heal ourselves. The 9 gateways of initiation that you will experience. Gateway 1, gate 0, the sacred womb, takes you into understanding your womb, your physical womb, but your mental womb. There is a womb of the heart. There is a womb of the mind. There is a womb of your soul, but there is a womb of life. Have you ever, sisters, here and listening, have you ever had a conversation with your womb? Asking permission. Can I give you or allow this one to enter? How do you feel? Have you ever had a conversation with the womb? Gateway 1, sacred words. Sacred foods. Queen of Fua provides us with the dietary nutritionist. Sister Tatiana's a nutritionist. Sister Michelle's a nutritionist. And our sisters know what nutrition does for the body. But the connection to nutrition and the soul, Chef Amira was on the call last week. Connect with the ISC and you will see how many sisters around the world we are connected with and who are a part of this circle. Your vibrations will be elevated. Okay. Running quickly, moving quickly, sacred movement, sacred beauty, sacred space, sacred healing, sacred relationships, sacred union, and Nefer Atun, which is the sacred lotus flower. That is when you go through 9 gateways. You will travel through the program in 12 weeks. There is an ascension and a graduation. You will feel and experience the elevation of your own life. Okay, sisters? So for more information on that program, with respecting time, I do have to close out on that. I hope you were given enough information to even continue the interest that you may have for this program. But self-healing is key. Aligning yourself. Some people say, I need to know my purpose. If you don't know yourself, you may not discover your purpose or create your purpose. Because once you know yourself, then you'll know what you need, not what you want.
Yeah.
And you'll begin to attract what is for you. Okay? So without further ado, my beautiful sisters, I'm a light some sage in this place for the stage for y'all. One by one, soul by soul, I would love just to please share your testimony with the world. As comfortable as you are, share what, you as a sacred woman, what your experiences were with the program. And if you had not taken the program yet, life. You're a sacred woman before you take the program, but we become the seal, the stamp, once you go through the work. Mother Queen knows her daughters and knows this work needs to be done. She loves us. Okay, so who's going to step up to the floor? Come on, sisters, don't be shy. Be moved by
Stepping up
spirit.
to the floor. I will say my greatest testimony regarding the Sacred Woman program is just learning how to overcome childhood traumas, learning more in-depth knowledge of self, and most importantly, what is the most beautiful part about the program is the sisterhood. For my whole life, I have experienced abandonment, and here in adulthood, I had to go through Queen Afua's program to realize that the person that I was looking to save me in all of childhood was the adult version of me. So the inner child work, every single gateway has just been so transformative in my life, and it helped me to really just understand myself, my purpose, just reawaken and remember the ways of our ancestors. And again, the sacred sisterhood and staying in the circle and knowing that, healing is an everyday part of your life, and it's a continuous journey. So I definitely received more than I could have ever expected from being a part of the program. And it's a gift that keeps on giving, because each day I learned something else about myself, or, just connecting again with my sacred sisters, my most beautiful reflections. It's nothing in the world that could have prepared me for meeting thousands of women from all over the world that I could finally relate to. So it's such a beautiful journey. I encourage the audience, all of you who are watching, to definitely get more information. And if your spirit is calling you to join and be a part of this, and this is your time, do not ignore the call, because your life is waiting to manifest in a way that you could have never even imagined. And all that's missing is this program. So that's part of my testimony.
Beautiful.
Unmute your phone, sisters, and share. Thank you so much,
I think in conjunction to what Rashida said, the sister element and being a part of something and being a part of that one. Myself not having taken the program yet, but just ISC as an entity has given me a taste of that. And I know that in taking the program, that vibration will only get bigger. So for myself, like when I speak to a lot of women and I speak to them about ISC, just ISC on the whole, what it has done for me in terms of bonding with sisters, and growing in my sisters, and pulling strength and higher vibrations from my sisters is such a beautiful and powerful thing. So I can only, as I said, I can only see myself growing and being able to help and heal other sisters once I'm able to take the program. So thank you, Queen Rashida.
I'll jump in on that. On the flip side of it, I totally agree with you, sisters. One of the most beautiful things about the program is the ability to connect with, literally, as Sister Rashida said, so like thousands of women across the world. I'm talking about almost every continent, that you can just go to for support. Definitely, as Sis Jaisha said, with her having been a part of the ISC and having done some work before taking the program, for me, my journey with the program was definitely rocky, because of my chatter. And so there are a lot of elements to the program. And I definitely recommend anyone who is thinking about the program to connect with a sister and to get the book. I'm a person who's always in school, so doing your homework before you start the program will set you up for success with the program, because there are a lot of things, and I'm not saying that it has to be perfect, but there are a lot of different elements to the program. And so for me, battling with my chatter, that made it rocky for me. But what I want to say is, not because I feel like I have to prove something to my sisters, but because the program has all these different little sparks of life that come through the program, make me want to get to a place where my chatter is clear enough that I can totally focus and commit. Like, I have the book and it screams at me. It's like, girl, when we gonna connect? When we gonna connect? And it's like, I want to get the fullness of the book. So with even the little things I've gotten, as Sis mentioned earlier, kale, I remember Queen Afua, one of the gateways we were in with sacred food, and her talking about the fact that kale and the way that it's shaped is really good for you because it's almost like a broom for your system. All these little nuggets that you learn from it. And if you connect with the book and connect with the sister that can, for people who are like me that struggle with their chatter, if you connect with the book and connect with the sister through the ISC, which you now have access to really set yourself up for success with the program. It's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to do it all over again. I am super excited to do it all over again and get whatever I missed the first time around. So yeah, I want to say thank you to all the sisters that are on this call, because I've had the chance to connect with a lot of you individually, and it's been a blessing. Thank you, ISC, Black Ice TV, Majestic, and yeah, it's just beautiful.
I think just to add to that point, Sister Toya said that get the book. Exactly what she said before program came to the start. There were some things in the book that I knew you'd have to go through as a 12-week program, obviously. And there were some things that I was like, I am not willing to do that yet. I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to transition to that point yet. Like, in my mind, I wasn't ready to do that. And 100% what Toya said, get the book, because the book allows you to really put into perspective what you're going to go through. If I didn't start this book, if I didn't go through this book before now, I would not be ready. I wouldn't be ready to take the program, because I would go through those gates and be like, I'm not ready to do that. Like, I'm mentally not in the place to do that. So get the book. Get the book.
Get the book.
So interesting you say that. We're going to hear from the other sisters, but this is very important to share because I think that when I first started the program, I had that sentiment. I had the thoughts that I don't know what to expect, and because my personality at the time was very controlling over things, and so I said, I need to have the book. And I remember one of the greatest things about the Sacred Women program, you're assigned a mentor. And so I became Sacred Women practitioner, but also mentor. And I remember they say that sometimes you got to be the right person at the right time. But let me just show you and encourage you, sisters. Divine time may be different than your time. When it's divine time, with or without the book, your womb is telling you you need to connect. Your mind is telling you you need a shift. Your stomach issues are telling you you need to the gateway of Tahuti. So I would say one of the greatest assets of this book is cosmic time and the understanding of cosmic time. When you can, with or without the book, get on a call. I'm going to personally, I'm going to give my number. That's a direct contact. As a Sacred Woman practitioner, I extend myself to the community. Reach out to me direct. If there's that inner voice and it's cloudy and saying it isn't time, you really got to get on the website to purchase the tools, the sage, the crystals. I don't have crystals. I don't have green life. I don't have breath of life. These are some of the tools that you may have never heard of. But I will tell you, even when we don't have ourselves, the Most High has you. So trust the process, my sister. Listen to your inner voice, because I hear what you all are saying. And it is very good to know that, because sometimes it might throw you off, but sometimes the uncomfortable space is the one that actually brings out the best in you.
Definitely.
Be challenged today. Accept the process. Know the time. Okay? Please, let's hear from the rest of the sisters. We are coming to almost a close, but we need to hear from the sisters, and we will, just before we close, I would love to hear from the audience if you have any questions. Our sisters, our brothers, the community is watching. If you have questions, please put it in the comments box. Share your question, and one of our divine sisters will be delighted to answer. If we can, we will strive. So, testimonies.
Just to echo a bit of what Toy said, and a little bit of Majestic, I do find that community is so underrated. The beauty of being able to reach out to our resources and reach out to our sisters in order to make the journey doesn't have to be done alone. And I think that's one of my most favorite things about the Sacred Woman program, that helped really create an easier journey for me. It helped close the gaps of things that I couldn't really solve on my own. I was able to ask questions. I was able to have Majestic as a mentor to help guide me. And I think that these things we can't ignore. Sometimes we don't really know what the path is or what it looks like. And if you're in that position where you just don't know, try reaching out to those resources in order to try, because we never know unless we try. And I think that Majestic also mentioned a really good point. Looking for a purpose, really trying to find that can be super difficult at times when we're disconnected. And it's nearly impossible to find our purpose when we're just disconnected from self. That's where it starts. It starts with you. It starts with knowing thyself. And so that's something that she's always really echoed back to me. And it's been such a good reminder daily for me to get into and get connected in order to get clear. So I just wanted to echo a few of those points because those two things really connected with me the most. I think that that's something that I didn't know I would value so much going into the program, that really was life-changing for me, the beauty of community and not having to go through some of these challenges alone.
Wow. Yes. Michelle.
Yeah, I just want to say that, if you're someone who enjoys being lost and confused, you don't really care about knowing your purpose in life, and this definitely isn't the program for you to take. For me, one of the gateways that really resonated with me was the sacred union. This gateway was literally the gateway that was like my reflection, in the sense that I was able to see parts of myself that were closed off and that I thought that I was okay with. I thought that things were normal, particularly in my relationship with my partner. I thought that it was normal to have arguments, and it was normal for me to be so aggressive, and that I didn't really think that these were things that I could ever reconcile, or that really were issues, until I started doing this program and learning about what it truly means to have a sacred union with yourself, with the creator, and with your partner. And so for me, going through this program during the same time that I was planning for my wedding was like a great opportunity for me to address, realize that the arguments that I was having and energy that I was putting into the relationship was all coming from a wrong perspective, in the sense that there's many aspects to the self, and because I hadn't perfected that sacred union with myself, which in my opinion is one of the most deep and prudent relationships that you can ever have is with yourself. And because I hadn't really perfected that, I began to see that this was causing a lot of the issues that I had in my relationship, even up to the point where, with every argument that I had, like, it was a constant cycle of me, trying to break up, trying to end the relationship at the time. And like, really, there was nothing wrong with the relationship from the standpoint of like I was in danger or anything like that. But when I started to do the work, I began to see that the part of me that I hadn't reconciled was the part of me that needs to be protected. And so in uniting the masculine and feminine energies, I was coming the relationship from the masculine side, trying to protect myself because I had all these underlying fears that I didn't even know that needed to be addressed. So once I began to use the tools, use the breathing, use the water, the clean eating, the sacred baths, and I began to peel away those layers of myself and expose what needed to be addressed. I was able to perfect my union with my partner as a result of getting closer to knowing who I was and understanding how to have harmony, achieve harmony within my own self. So inner harmony before I can have that harmony within my relationship. So it was definitely a challenge for me to literally have to face the fears that I had hidden all those years, and to learn that I don't need to protect myself from commitment and from good things because I was scared that, they would become negative in the end. But I was able to trust in myself and trust in a relationship. And yeah, it was definitely a great challenge. Tested my current or different beliefs that I had about myself and my relationship, but getting this opportunity to transform my entire life is like more than I can ever ask for. And honestly, like anyone, it's the journey that you need. It's really the journey of a lifetime. It's always an ongoing journey, the healing process. But once you get in, it's kind of just like go, 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 because you know, for you to stop, it means that you're being stagnant and that you're resisting to being the person that you need to be in this world. So definitely recommend the program. It's truly amazing, the power of the community, the power of, you know, thousands of women coming together to better themselves, and as we better ourselves, we strengthen families and strengthen communities. So yeah, it's been great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So I'm going to read this here. During the process of Sacred Woman, what stage was the most important to you? Thank you so much for your question. And for the sake of time, I will say, being a mentor, I couldn't answer that for all the sisters. I'm sure each sister can have their own unique answer. But what I will say is, sometimes one of the gateways, you may feel like I'm really strong, you know, I'm a vegan, vegetarian, I eat very, very well, and that's one of the gateway sacred foods. And you come into the program and that is your strength. And then you'll meet a gateway that, you know, sacred relationships. Some people think the relationship with their parents, you know, there was something that could heal there, or relationship with their spouse. But what about the relationship with self, right? Each gateway will allow you to enter into a new world, a world of its own. And so one of the main things I learned with the sisters, as we mentored the sisters along the way in support for them during the program, each sister had her challenge or obstacle or strength. And so I hope that sheds some light on your question. We would love to hear a testimony from Sister Nakima, and in respect for the time, we'll share, we could take at least 2 more questions from the audience, and we'll close out. Sister Nakima.
Greetings. Thank you, Queen Majestic. I haven't actually been on the course, but my testimony for being part of the International Sister Circle would be, oh my goodness, I think English fails me. English fails me. There's an energy that comes with being with like-minded people on different paths and journeys, and being, what would I say? English fails me. There's an energy that comes with it. I'm responsible for myself and my actions and what I do and what I say I'm going to do, because I'm quite integral. But this platform gives me a safe space. It gives me an opportunity to practice what I preach, you know, or do what I say that I'm going to do, you know. It makes me accountable with no pressure. That's how I see the International Sister Circle for myself. And I would encourage anybody on any journey, whether they feel that they are healed or whether they feel that they need a lot of healing to do. I have to make sure that I am always learning. I'm always open to love and learning, you know. Even though I have a little knowledge in certain area, I am always willing to learn more, you know, from a perspective of myself and other people and the environment, and yeah. So English fails me, but I hope that makes sense, guys.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I just love your human energy.
Sorry?
I said I just love your energy.
Absolutely.
I just feel so peaceful when I speak to you.
Blessings. And this is so important you said that, actually, because I go by that African proverb, or one of them, well, the Ubuntu, I am because you are. I'm only able to be like this because of the energy within this platform. Not saying that I'm any different anywhere else. I'm similar, but there's an energy that comes with being on this platform, being connected to the women, to the queens, you know. And I saw the comment about the men, like there has to be about balance, you know. If the women are working on ourselves, if the girls and the elder women are working on themselves, then we're able to give that love, share that experience and just keep the equilibrium going that we need in our community. Yeah.
Definitely. No, that's beautiful.
Thank you, Queens. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. And I would just want to thank everyone for watching today. I would have shared a little bit about my testimony, but once again, we respect our sacred time and your time. And so on another day, but please reach out. We are here to support you. Sister Nakima, you said it very strong, the International Sister Circle. We are connecting soul to soul all around the globe. We are here to support you. Please sign up for that Sacred Woman program. Visit our website, internationalsistercircle.com. Thank you so much to Black Ice TV, those who are make this possible, all of the sisters, the sacred women on this platform today. Please, in a summary, each sister who came on this call today was prepared with their affirmation. I want us to close out today with you sharing your affirmations, and I'm going to close out with the Sacred Woman prayer. This is a prayer that connects all the women together, no matter if you are Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, not religious, you know, this connects you as a sacred woman. So please prepare your affirmations, and I will read the Sacred Woman prayer. In the name of the Creator, the Most High, we give thanks and praise for bringing us here together today. We thank you for the power of your spirit. We thank you for the spirit within the sisters. Sacred Spirit, hold me near, close to your bosom. Protect me from all harm and fear. Beneath the stones of life, direct my steps in the right way as I journey through this vision. Sacred Spirit, surround me in your most absolute perfect light. Anoint me your sacred purity, peace, and divine insight. Teach me, Sacred Spirit, to be in tune with the universe. Teach me, us, how to heal with the inner and outer elements of air, fire, water, and earth. Give thanks and praise. Amen. Amen. Amun. To the Creator, we thank you. Thank you, Mother Queen of Fua, for this beautiful program, all of the contributors of building this program for us. Please, sisters, it is divine time. Sign up today. We close out with the affirmations. Go ahead, sisters. Random. Affirmation. Go ahead.
I am in a state of constant and abundant flow.
Ashe.
Ashe.
All things work out in my favor. I am enough.
Ashe. I deserve the breath I take each day.
Ashe, you do, Queen.
I am beautiful because you created me so.
Ashe.
Sorry, I trust the universe with my wishes.
Ashe.
I matter and I am important.
Ashe.
I am my sister's keeper because I am my keeper first.
Ashe.
Give thanks. Thank you so much to everyone for watching.
Thank you once again, Queen, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
to
you.
those
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Please
don't
tune
forget,
in next week.
yeah, as Sister Majestic said, please tune in next week, same time, 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And don't forget to email us for more information, to register at sacredwoman@internationalsistercircle.com. Go to our website, which is internationalsistercircle.com. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Again, International Sister Circle. And thank you, Black Ties TV, once again for hosting us every week. And also subscribe to the channel to find out more about what they do. There's so many more programs that they have on their platform, more knowledge, more light. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel to find out more about what they do. And thank you once again for joining us, Queens. Get the book.
Thanks, Jamie.
Get the book.
Get the book. Amazing.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Damn, Jacob, this shit.